I seek within me creative forces working, creative powers living. The heavy weight of earth tells me through the word of my feet. The forming power of the air tells me through the singing of my hands. And the strength of heaven's light tells me through the thinking of my head how the great world in the human being speaks, sings, and thinks. With that as a preparation, we're ready to begin the movement practice. And you notice that with that, we've set up our 3 centers that are engaged in the exercise. Weight bears downwards and light streams upwards. So let's go back to that exercise to begin our movement. Step to the right, step to the left. This is where the heavy weight of earth tells me through my feet. Stepping thus, you feel weight bears downwards. And now we go to the top system, to the head system. Let the arms lift towards the light. Light streams upwards. Feel how these are 2 different experiences. Play with that for a moment. Strong legs, light arms. Now in the middle system, you feel in the middle, I hold the balance. Release and release. Once again, and you'll remember we practice this with colors. Weight bears downwards. And you imagine this blue triangle. You don't have to move your hands right now. I'm just moving them to show you where you to think. You feel as if you have these 2 blue lines going into the earth and below. Weight bears downwards. Now starting here, you add the upwards triangle without losing the down. Light streams upwards. And this is yellow. Now take a deep breath. Don't move this hand. Just try to feel where the 2 triangles overlap and where the blue and yellow overlap. We have a wonderful green. And feel in that center, in the middle, I hold the balance. And release. And release. Let's try that one more time. When I do it alone, sometimes I just do it once, but let's do it once more together. So we've done it 3 times. You feel weight bears downwards. So strong that I couldn't knock you over if I was with you. And light streams upwards. Keep your head balanced here in the center. Don't look up, but feel this crown of light around your head. Now feel in the center, in the middle. I hold the balance. And release. And release. Thank you. We're going to go on to the threefold walking now, and in preparation, remember to feel as if you have a crown of light on your head. So you're remembering how the strength of heaven's light is in your head. You remember this feeling in your heart of balance, love. And now we're going to talk to the earth with our feet in this conversation. Now you'll remember We have 3 parts to every step: lifting, carrying, and placing. And all 3 parts of the step should be equally long. You might see I put 1 step back to begin. You don't need to do that, but that's often helpful to balance yourself as you get started. Lift your foot. Lift. Now you're balanced as you carry, and you place, touching with your toe first, and then the ball, the arch, the heel, grounded. The movement continues to your other heel. Lift, carry, place. Lift, carry, place. Lift, carry, and place. And backwards. Lift, carry, place. Very present. Lift, carry, place. Again, you don't have to copy my arms. I'm talking through my arms to you and showing you. Lift, carry, place. I'm showing you with my arms how the energy, the movement in the feet is like a wheel, a circle, the wheel of karma, the wheel of life, the wheel of the seasons, the wheel of the day, going from darkness, rising, cresting, and then falling. Let's try that again. I'm going to give myself 8 steps forward, I think. I'd like to work with 8. See what you can do. And rising, cresting, falling. Next step, lift, carry, place. Lift, carry, place. Lift, carry, place. Lift, carry, place. Lift, place. Lift, carry, place. Lift, carry, and place. Now, when we go back, the circle reverses. So from in front of you, lift, step back, and place. Lift, carry, place. Light in your head as you walk. Carry, place. Balance in your heart. Place. And penetrate it into your feet. Place. Lift. Carry. Place. Lift. Carry. Place. Lift. Carry. And place. And now, as always, I must ask you, are you breathing? I believe I've told you before, we don't walk this slowly once we have developed the capacity to walk, but it's really good to go this slowly so you can work on the dynamic of your feet. But in the process, many people get so focused that they forget to breathe. And so at this slow tempo, every step is a breath. And if you need to take more breaths, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Catch up. In general, we have an inhale and an exhale. So let's do it again. And this time I'm going to speak that simple verse that I have spoken to you before by St. Patrick. And we begin. Light of the sun. Breathe. Radiance of the moon. As you breathe, the earth receives you. And you rise. Splendor of fire. Swiftness of wind. I'll go back now. I've run out of my 4. Depth of the sea. Stability of the earth. Firmness of rocks I bear in me. So with this, I hope you have what you need to make your own walking practice at home. But I also invited you to try different hand positions. Some of you were here for that lesson, and you'll remember, I didn't show you this. Sometimes for those of you who know Eurythmy, sometimes we work like this and use a copper rod to modulate our stepping. Sometimes we use a copper ball. Sometimes we can use just the gestures of our hands. And so I asked you a couple of weeks ago to practice different feelings with your hands. Hope you remember. I said, and why don't you try this now? Try standing like this. How does that feel? The hands flat against one another. And what will happen when we move in this mood? I'm giving you what we call the gesture of earnestness. It's very straight. It's very formal. It's not relaxed and smooth. If you walk with this mood, if you practice doing this, you'll practice knowing how to be an earnest person. But you could also, as a second level, hold your hands like this. Try it. Feel how that suddenly lets you breathe differently. We call this the gesture of lightness. And we'll also practice walking like that. Or what if you move like this? My hands are very light, they're weightless when I'm here. Walking like this, I practice walking in happiness. There's even a further gesture, which is laughter with the fingers. You can walk like that too. There are other gestures like you feel the inwardness of my heart, like this, as if you're walking to an altar, or like this, as if you're a knowledge bearer. We can look at all of these later, but right now I'd just like to try two of them. I'd like to try earnestness. And we walk like this. Put your two hands against each other. Stand very straight. A little bit stiff. Not a lot, a little stiff. Very conscious. And now take 4 steps forward and 4 back. In this mood, lift, carry, lace, lift, carry, lace. You see, it's very processional. Lift, carry, lace, lift, carry, lace. And backwards, lift, carry, lace, lift, carry, lace, lift, carry, lace, lift, carry, and place. With this, we're practicing touching into Eurythmy as an art, where we're working with our soul for different moods and feelings and how to express them, laying the foundation for that here. Now we'll take the gesture of lightness, which will feel quite different. Open up a little bit, a little more joy. Your aura becomes a little more sparkly. Lift, carry, place, lift, carry, place, breathing, carry, place, relaxed but freed. Now backwards, lift, carry, place, lift, carry, place, lift, carry, place, lift, carry, and rest. Thank you. In future lessons, we could go much more deeply into that. But now we'll leave that for a while. I've just shown you a couple variations on how to enliven your threefold walking practice so it doesn't become too routine. Now we'll move on. We're going to do the peace exercise again. And with the peace exercise, among other things, we're practicing really feeling the difference in the different directions of space, so that later when we move straight lines and curves and stars and so on, we have such an awakened spatial perception that we live in space, we occupy space with our full being. So with the peace exercise, we'll set the foundation for the 3 planes of space. Standing straight. High above your head are the stars in the sky. Feel them as an arc. And imagine that your star, your personal guiding star, your angel, shines from above you into your crown, down through the length of you, and into the core of the earth. Feel this line of light. In fact, it's always with you wherever you go in the world, whenever you stand straight. Feeling that, the body becomes upright, noble. Spread your arms to the side. With this, the heart is open to the world of nature, to human society. Allow yourself to feel the feelings that we have from the world are grounding in heaven and earth. The human heart experiences the vulnerability, the power of love, and is always nourished by heaven and earth. We also have front space and back space. We'll come back to that, you remember. All right, let's go. We're going to move in the directions. Remember, we go down into gravity from where the body comes. Love this, let it remind you of everything on the earth. Powerful arms, powerful muscles. Rise to your toes. Weightless. High above the stars in the sky. I spread my arms wide. I'm connected to the natural and the human world. The world of the senses. Now here I feel my whole front space. Don't have to copy my hands, but just feel. Now copy this. Love the world of the senses. What I see, taste, smell, my garden. Now feel your back space. Feel all the surfaces along your back. Your eyes go soft, but you open the eyes in the back of your heart. The world of sleep and dreams releases me. Now put your hands to your heart. In my heart, everything that I experience in my life finds its reflection. It's written in my heart. That becomes eternal. All right. Our second step, you remember, is to feel the texture of space. As you go down to the ground, feel, you're not just moving your arm, but you move through the space as if you're moving through water. Down to the ground, and up, moving through the water, up to the stars, and back to hold the balance in the middle. Forwards, moving through the waters with enthusiasm, moving backwards with exploration and unknowing. Inside your heart, you hold an image of the whole world. It's not your head that is wise, your heart is wise. And from inside, spread your arms wide. You go down into gravity from where the body comes. May peace be below me. And your hands spread peace where you go. May peace be above me. As you move through the thick, textured space, may peace be all around me. May peace be before me. May peace be behind me. May peace be within me. And center your attention in your heart. Remind yourself how the heart is an image of the sun. In your life, your heart is the sun of your biography. It's connected to the archetype of the outside sun. So with that, we learn about the rhythmic system, the power of the heart and the lungs, and we move that energy as we do contraction, expansion. Now let your arms spread wide. Remember, you're moving the big space around you and not just your arms. And take this energy into your heart. Within my heart shines the light of the sun. Bring all that light into yourself. In my soul, be quiet inside. Be sure you make here the feeling seed. And as you grow like a seed does. Shines the light of the sun, weaves the warmth of the world. I will breathe, become a seed, and grow. Once you have been nourished, I will breathe the light of the sun. I will feel the warmth of the world. Remember, you don't look up. You feel your aura around your head, but don't look for it. Light of the sun, pour into me. Warmth of the world, flow through me. Thank you. Once you know the whole verse, you'll be able to anticipate which line it is on which I drop my arms. I drop my arms for those words, flow through me. Now I'll remind you here that we learned that the arms are like your wings. And the arms start there at the scapula. So as I bring my arms in and unfold them, I'm moving my arms as if they are wings. And when I go backwards, I feel this spot, the back door of the heart. And when I open up, my opening is different movement. When I come forward, I move towards the front space. So let's practice one more time. Got your wings ready? Open them wide. And fold your wings around you. Within my heart. Put your attention in your shoulder blades as you unfold your wings. Shines the light of the sun. And bring them in. Within my soul. And unfold. Weaves the warmth of the world. I will breathe. The light of the sun. I will feel. Use your wings. The warmth of the world. Light of the sun, pour into me. And warmth of the world. Now, drop your arms and feel the light all around behind you. Flow through me. And the people, you'll remember that at this moment we stand quietly. At the end of an exercise, take a few seconds, 5 or 10, to come back and harvest what you've just done. And that way you can always remind yourself what your heart has learned as you've done the exercises. Now, I want to go on and do the poem that we've done. Let me get this for us. And with this poem, if you've been taking these classes with me, you've done these poems weekly. I don't know if this is forwards or backwards for you. Looking at the screen, seeing it from my screen, I'm not quite sure. But you'll remember you got this form in your handouts. And I said, when I draw a line going upwards, it means that we're going forwards. When I draw a line that goes down on the board, it means we're going backwards. So essentially, look at what I'm going to do here. I always hold my eurythmy. Let's see. It appears fine, says someone. Thank you, Thomas. So if I pick up a eurythmy form, I hold it like this with the words in front. And so when the line is going up, it's going towards the front of your room. And when the line is going towards us backwards, it's going down, it's going to the back of the room. Got that? All right. So let me review what we've done, just in case there's any newcomers here. This poem is about our life in balance between heaven and earth, between light and dark. So we start here at the center of the cross. From the center of this cross, we'll go forwards, meaning up into the depths of the earth, lead the paths that we tread. Let's take a moment, get right back to that. So we're going forwards. When we go into the depths of the earth, what is the metaphor here? The metaphor is that the earth is darkness for our spirit eye. So you'll walk forwards into the depths of the earth. Lead the paths that we tread. Then you'll walk backwards as you go into this feeling of stars and light, while from the heights of heaven, our star shines from afar. Then you move to the left. We stand on the earth. To the right, we are chained in matter. Back to the center, but we are free. Now comes the dark and light play, remember? For we go between darkness and all the way back, and light all the way forwards, and of darkness all the way back, and light are we. Return to the balance place. Now begins this outwinding spiral. Begin forwards to your left. The path that we tread leads us on, center front, till we come once again to the light, feeling your back of your heart, and ever descend we anew, coming forwards, and ever return to the light ensue in the back of the room. All right. I hope you'll remember working this form. We'll try the form first, and then we'll do the sounds with it. I start by knowing my center. I'll always come back to that. That's a symbol for the center of my soul spirit as well. I leave my center and go into the world, into the depths of the earth. I return to my center, feeling my backspace, lead the paths that we tread. I feel my back, I feel my wings, while from the heights of heaven, as I come forwards, I bring my wings with me. My star shines from afar. I know myself between light and dark. Go to the left. We stand on the earth, stuck between light and dark as I go sideways. We are chained in matter, but we are free. For we go between darkness and light and of darkness and light, back to the center, are we. And now this outwinding spiral of evolution, beginning small to the front and the left, and the paths that we tread leads us on backwards till we come once again to the light. Forwards, bigger now, ever descend we anew. And a big backwards, feeling your back, return to the light. Yeah, standing straight. All right. Let's remember what we did with our sounds. When we go down, we use this power of the sound D to help us feel downness into the depths of the earth, lead the paths that we tread. And going backwards, we use the ha, while on the heights of heaven. Now we have this ah, sound of wonder. Our star shines from afar. I choose the sound D for the next line as well. We stand on the earth. Now the power sound A, we are chained in matter. Then we come to one of the beautiful E's in the poem. We are chained in matter, but we are free. We're in balance. For we go between darkness. Now comes the sound L. Worked on a couple of times. I hope you remember. Beautiful sound for light, darkness, and light. And of darkness and light are, once again, we come to the E, we. Whenever you do the sound E, notice what it does to you. And the path that we tread leads us on. L. Till we come once again to the light. D. And ever descend we anew. Final sound. Ever return to the light. And rest. And now we'll do it one more time, and let's do it on the form with the sounds. And perhaps some of you will find it comes easily, especially if you've done more Eurythmy. And if you're still a beginner, a newcomer, you might find it's a terrific challenge to match the hand movements with the feet movements. And with that, I can just say that's the journey. Learning to bring coherence between all of your different systems as you do Eurythmy. So if it's difficult, embrace the difficulty. And as you practice over and over again, everything inside you becomes more certain of how you live in your body. Your feet, your arms, your thought, they become merged. And that's why we're working on this poem. So let it be difficult and enjoy it as you keep improving yourself. All right, 3 steps forward. Into the depths of the earth. Return. lead the paths that we tread. Now, make a different feeling. I feel my back fly out from the heights of heaven. Our star shines from afar. Now we'll go to the side. I know that I belong to heaven and earth. Now I'm in the world. I go sideways. We stand on the earth. My back is still free, right? I am chained in matter. But we are free. 4, we go between darkness and light, and of darkness and light are we. Feel yourself. And little spiral. You take 3 steps to get up here. The path that we tread leads us on. And we come once again to the light. Feel my wings. Feel my ground. Ever descend we anew. And ever return to the light. And then I choose to rest. Thank you. Once again, the process of building this cohesion is part and parcel of the journey of doing eurythmy. And sometimes I've thought about how much I practice if I perform a piece, if I prepare it for a performance, and perhaps to do a 5-minute piece of music, I might practice 100 hours. It takes a lot to get every movement coordinated through my whole self. But in doing so, the systems become unified. So this isn't a performance that you're working on, but it's a journey of inhabiting your body. So I would like now to turn to the 3 soul exercises that we've learned. And today I'm not going to do them quite as long. That would take us 15 minutes to do them as many times as I like. Remember, I ask you to do each one 10 times and do a whole series of 10 of them. We won't do that, but we will do each one 3 times. And then we'll sit down and have a conversation, which I've actually longed for a long time. So in standing, remember that your first exercise is about the heart space, heart and lungs, the rhythmic system, the conversation between loving the world and finding your boundaries. Standing straight, spread your arms wide. Just as your heart goes, your blood goes to your periphery, your love goes to the periphery. Move through the world with gently outstretched arms going through your fingertips with love. And create boundaries. A. And again. Feel love. Love. A. Feel, don't think, feel. Feel your heart's love flowing. A. Clear, clean boundaries. And rest. This soul exercise, love A, is primarily for regulating the heart, especially for people who are too stressed with their hearts or too timid. This sets the balance. The next exercise, Ah-Reverence, is beautiful for opening our sense of the backspace. And with that, we relieve ourselves from the stress of the sense world, the computers, for instance, the cars. It helps us to build our forces of immunity and helps us to fall asleep at night. It's a great one for the evening. So, as we have learned, imagine beauty in front of you. Strain forward with a heartfelt ah. Please notice my arms aren't too wide. And I'm loving the world. Now my angel taps me on my back and says, don't forget your sources. With a ha, I come to this gesture of reverence. And in reverence, I feel all the stars behind me as I lower my arms. I lower them all the way through the backspace until I get to my heels. I am present. The second time, I love the world. Ah, magical beauty. And it's behind me. My whole back is blessed until I get to my heels. When I get to my heels, I am balanced between front and back. And once more. Ah. I feel the wonder of the spiritual world that nourishes me. Stand straight. Now the third exercise, Hope Ooh, really strengthens us. You remember how it goes, into the metabolism, into the lower body, into the feet. We begin by going back into that place where all the stars were from Ah-Reverence. We go back, the arms are fairly low, and cupped. And have the patience to stand here for, I don't know, about the count of 3 or 5. Try that again. In hope. Hope. And your blessing comes to you like a shooting star, like warm golden honey, flows down through you, right there through the diaphragm, through the legs, into your feet. After you find I curl my against the from here. Feel this. Lift from behind. Reach the heights of heaven. Put the backs of your hands together. And in front of you, and as always, you don't speak, you listen inwardly. So into the silence, you imagine the sound. And this is what you will hear. You hear it inside you. And rest. Take a moment to feel that wonderful groundedness. Can't move. Remember that little boy who said to me, "What have you done